Hello, guys, and welcome back once again. And today we are on stage 3 of this week's drawing of The Grinch. As you can see, we've already done the sketching stage, which is stage 1. If you guys wanted to see how I drew this picture, definitely go and check that video out. Otherwise, there is a stage 2 piece this week. Again, this is The Grinch, Grinch of Christmas. And every year I always feel a bit grinchy. And I don't really like Christmas that much, but towards the end of it, I've come round and I always grow my heart about 3 times size because it's always been 2 sizes too small. But yeah, today we're going to be using my normal colors like I normally use. These are my new pens. They are double-sided, and you get a brush pen, sort of, and you get a like a fine line, kind of like a felt tip. There's a felt tip side, and turn that one around, and then you get like a thicker. I think eventually it will turn into a brush pen, but it's not bad. I must admit, guys, it's one of those pens that once you start using it, once you start getting the hang of it and kind of get used to using them, it's really good. But I do have, as always, my brush pens here, which are actual brush pens. And I might be able to use the green on this one because it is quite a dark green, but I don't want it to be too dark. As you can see, it's quite dark, that color there. But we'll see how it works, because we all we really need is green for today. Green for the tree, green for the Grinch. I'm not sure if I should do sack green. I might do it Santa Claus red. And obviously we're going to be coloring in the background as well today. We're trying to get everything done today, all the coloring and all the other things. But as always, I always have something playing in the background. I already have listened to the story of the Grinch. So if you guys want to listen to that, that is in the part 1 of this week's videos. Part 2 is again how I inked this, how I got around to like finalizing the sketch, because on the first video we sketch it, we think, right, where is everything going to go, put everything where it's going to be, and on the second video I always come back, refine the sketch, and then ink it all up with my ink pen, which you can see right here. I always use that one. That is my fine line pen, and I love that fine line pen. But you can hear a lot more content about the Grinch in yesterday's video, and you also can listen to the story in the first one. Today I'm going to be listening to How the Grinch Stole Christmas blooper reel from the film that Jim Carrey starred in, the live action film. I haven't seen the new film that's just come out yet, purely because I haven't got around to watching it, and it did come out in the November. So I don't know. I'm stickler for things like Christmassy. I don't even say the word Christmas until December because I'm a fool, and things just I just like to. It's bad luck. Let's just say that. Yeah, I'm going to get that playlist going in a moment. But my name is Blut084, BLUT084, art and games, here every day on YouTube, occasionally on Mixer, but every day and night over on Instagram. And if you want to leave me a live comment today, you can do by hitting that live chat button and saying hi in the chat. Whoops, never mind. Whoops, let's get rid of that. Actually, I just typed in, let's remove that. I typed in the wrong word, saying hi in the chat. I actually put hi in the chat. Damn keyboard. Right, hi in the chat. But yeah, if you want to leave a message, you can do, guys. But if you really don't have, you haven't signed into YouTube, you don't sign in to YouTube, you just like watching, you can come over to Instagram and leave me messages over there. It's the same name, just a different place. I'm going to get that blooper reel going, but we will be using these pens, and we'll be doing it very properly. Let's go. Of course, as soon as I move, the controller falls off the things, and I've got to go all the way into here because it decided to blow itself up. Oh, good old Grinchy. It's the controller. I have it all nicely put on top of the speakers, and if the speakers move ever so slightly, the controller falls off and then turns the thing off. And now I've got to find the goddamn video. I was going to listen to it. Right, let's start that again.
This is a Flip Mode Squad Jim Carrey collabo. Oh, yeah. Merely noticing that you were improperly packaged, my dear. Yay! I'm so sorry. What? Sorry. No, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, go again. Sorry, I gotta start over. I'm sorry. Can we start again? I'm gonna start over again. I'm gonna do that over again. I'm gonna go again. Oh, yeah, right. Well, that's I didn't do my thing.
Okay, you can't hear it, but it gives me something to listen to. It stops the bing quiet in the background. Like I said, I've already listened to the story and I got copyright for that. So, as on Article 13, I do not want to get shut down. So I have to sort of pick and choose what I'm going to listen to.
Also says that
which is painting a butthole. Right, I need colouring, I need colours, I need everything. So let's find out the picture I was going to use. Right. Probably get copyright for that as well because they're a pain in the so right. Yes, yep. Yeah, we're good. Let's go. Yep. Right. Okay. Yep. Find a picture. That one. That'll do. Right. Green is the main picture we need. Obviously. It's just all green. Let's give them a good old fluorescent green then. We'll use this green, I think. But first, obviously, I have to get that thing going. What green should I use, guys? Let me know in the comment section. Should I use the lighter green, the darker green, the in-between green, or this green, which is like that green, but a lot better? It blends. Oh, do you know what I've got? I'm gonna that song there in the background. Can't even have that song these days. Right, that's great. That's good fun. That. Find the Grinch again. Just have funny moments. I don't get anything off them. There we go. Santa Crocodile. Oh shit, I love this film.
yes, it's Christmas music. It's joyful and triumphant.
It's joyful and triumphant. Oh.
whippoorwills whipped high above the whole town. A trip or a slip, you'd slide all the way down. But this girl had a mission. She knew what to do. She'd invite the Grinch herself, that brave, silly moon.
Okay, right then, let's get colouring because we're going to run out of time. So this week I have I've took my time doing this. I normally start at like 1 o'clock, but this week I've been rushing around getting the Christmas presents for my child. Does not know that I'm getting the Christmas presents, and I'm not even going to say what Christmas presents I have because he may watch this video, and then he'll know what he's getting. But if you want to know what I'm getting, you can come over to Instagram, and I'll let you know, because there is something coming in the new year that you guys are gonna love.
I'm not scared.
Denial is to be expected in the face of
You're evil.
I don't think so.
Doubt! Another unmistakable sign of the Jiggies. Now you're dead. Run for your life before I kill again.
I'm a psycho.
I'm a psycho.
On such short notice.
Right, that's enough faffing on my phone.
My schedule wouldn't allow it.
My schedule wouldn't allow it.
1 o'clock, wallow in self-pity.
Huh.
4:30, stare into this.
Stare into
5
the
o'clock,
abyss.
solve world hunger. Tell no one.
No one.
6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel.
I can't cancel that.
Wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked. Of course, if I want the loathing to 9, I can still be done in time to lay in bed, stare at the ceiling, and slip slowly into madness. But what would I wear?
Think.
Nothing like a holiday. Who wants to get out? I do. Too late. That'll be mine.
That'll be mine. Right, let's have enough of this. Get some colouring done. And there goes my copyright. I don't care. I'll care when I'm shut down. It'll happen, unfortunately. If you guys know anything about Article 13, there's going to be a lot of people that you're not going to be able to watch anymore, guys. So hopefully I won't get shut down. You better carry on watching me. But no, there's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to be able to stream, aren't going to be able to make videos, aren't going to be able to do anything at all because of the stupid Article 13.
We should go back. Do it for me, Steve.
Get my loaf. Hey, kids, here's a present for you. Should have run real fast with it now. Come on, double time. Let's go. Move. What do you want? I mean, what? Oh no! And for the rest of you, jury duty, jury duty, jury duty, blackmail, pig slip, chain letter, etc.
Go, 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 go.
The Grinch. Right, let's go. Our work here is finished. Get that out of my mouth. Leaving the hearts of the world unite.
He isn't such a bad guy after all.
Thanks for saving me.
Bravo. Oh, Phil! Can I use your finger for a second? Hello? Is my Sub-Zero chiller finger running? Well, then you better go catch it! Take it.
He's a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
He looks just like your
Mr. Grinch.
One man's toxic sludge is another man's potpourri.
Okay, that's the green for the Grinch. Let's put that one there. I kind of like that green actually. I think I'll put that one there just in case I want to use that again. Colors for the bubbles. I think it's gonna be like red, and red. Oh, how nice.
I've got all the company I need.
All right, here.
Hello!
Hello.
I'm an idiot.
You're an idiot.
I'm eating this on 4. Hate. Double hate.
Loathe.
Be my sedative.
Hammer.
Yes, this Christmas music. Round the mouth.
Best film, man. Love this one. They made a new one, like I said. Haven't seen it. It's got Benjamin Cumberbatch as the voice of the Grinch this time. Sounds alright. Sounds a bit squeaky. Don't sound as evil as he could be. But again, is the Grinch evil? What do you think, guys? I mean, he starts out being the grumpy, but he's not evil, I don't think. I don't think he wants to kill anybody. He just doesn't like Christmas. And for a lot of people, including me, it's not a pleasant time.
Holiday movie, what it?
So if any of you guys out there have got nowhere to go for Christmas, or you have to spend time alone, don't worry, guys. Or you can't, just let me know over on Instagram and we'll start up a stream for people that just need somebody to be with. If that comes to the case, I probably will be streaming more likely a game of sorts to keep myself occupied because my son's going away for Christmas. And so I've got a little bit of extra time, more than I would normally, to get things,
I'll swing by for a minute.
or just to get going, get stuff going, getting on going. I could do a door stream for you guys, or I could do a gaming stream. You can be either here or mix it. It could either be here on YouTube, or it could be over on Instagram, I suppose, but my phone just wouldn't allow that really. But if I was to stream a game, it'd probably be on Xbox, which means I'll have to be on the oh my god, I'll have to be on Mixer, which is my second channel, guys, which is where will be more likely tonight if I'm not there tomorrow, but I will be there over the weekend because that's where I go for my chill out sessions. Well, I kind of think YouTube is my work days, and Mixer is my holiday and relaxed time. But everything I do play over there, guys, I will bring over to the YouTube channel. Everything I play, I download, and I record and bring on over once I have. Let's see how that's looking on the screen in a minute. If you can see everything I'm doing. Yes, you can. Mr. Grinch.
You're right there. Here's your motivation. Your name is Rudolph. You're quick with the red nose and nobody likes you.
You're a freak, your nose. No one likes me.
Almost lost my cool there.
Almost lost my cool there. Light on one side.
Santa,
What?
don't forget the Grinch.
What?
You know he's really here in the snow. But I think Santa actually done it.
Then the Grinch heard a sound rising over the snow.
Christmas
He thought,
doesn't come from a stone.
and what happened then?
And it doesn't. It comes from inside your heart.
The Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Oh no. The sleigh. The present. It'll be destroyed. And I care. The sun is bright and the power is great. Hands up, move it! Out of the way! I've no insurance! Thanks for the help, Lou. Merry Christmas, one and all!
Life, it's always so fast-paced. It's only when I discovered tea, I started realizing that you can actually live a slow life. To really know tea, you have to go back to the roots of tea.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for bumping into you, but this is really important. Have you seen my letter?
And that right there matches the true nature of the Who child. Just write to me, my letter, me.
No, you don't understand. This isn't just a letter. This is the letter.
Oh, really? Let me guess. Small child, December 20th, rapidly searching for a really important lost letter. Might it be your list of demands to Santa?
They're not demands. It's more like a wish. And what I'm wishing for is really, really important.
Well, then why send a letter? I mean, if it's really that important, you should just ask him face to face. Oh, but that's right. No one's ever seen him. My bad. Come on, Max, let's get out of here.
Bye, doggy.
Today was great. We did mean things and we did them in style. Max, you know the rules. You sleep in your bed, and I sleep in. Oh, no, not you two. I don't believe this. Max, did you teach him puppy eyes? Fine. This one time.
Can't use the same red.
All this excess and nonsense, it's all about greed, about meaningless stuff that they didn't even need.
Yeah.
The Grinch went to work. He scooped up the toys. He raced against time. He raced against joy. He hit a few snags as he made his way through. An angry orange cat and a sleepwalking who.
Thank you, Mommy.
Beautiful. Isn't it, Max? This, my little friend, is the rain horn. It perfectly recreates the mating call of the reindeer. Behold. Oh, hey there. Sorry, little goat. I was calling for a rain. What was that? Scram! Skedaddle! Strange goat. The present. This is our enemy. You will want to unwrap it and play with it. But you must not. If you can get past the present, the only obstacle left is the cookie. Look at it in all its red, sugary splendor. No. Look at yourselves. Discipline. We must resist. You know what? If you want to apologize for something, apologize for that. My eyes are burning.
Don't blame me. Haven't you heard? The mayor wants Christmas to be 3 times bigger this year. That means 3 times the lights, 3 times the eggnog, 3 times the...
Information needed.
That was a good one.
Oh, I get it. This is one of your kidding things. Finally, something you said is actually funny.
Yeah, I do kid on
Red light on one side, see?
Well, you do get a have a good time with this, aren't you? I gotta say, it's really nice to see you laughing.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I don't speak ridiculous. Oh, you're a scream. Have a nice life. Goodbye.
I'll see you later.
I mean, this skater may become the next great name in figure skating.
And fast forwarding this, because this will give me copyright. There.
Let's see what you've got.
Not much.
Yes, Max.
There's nothing worse than
Christmas. Merry Christmas to you.
Everyone should be happy at Christmas.
not on my watch. I'm gonna become Santa, but instead of giving you presents, I'll take them away.
Hey, why do you take our Christmas tree?
Max, today we will do new things in style.
Merry Christmas to you.
still have to decorate my tree at home. Give me a few ideas. Generally have the same decorations. What do you have at home, guys?
Merry Christmas to you.
You're a mean one, mister.
I'm going to steal their Christmas.
You really are a behold.
The cookie. This is our enemy.
No. We must
Resist.
Who is this mean fellow with his skin all green and his teeth all yellow?
We will drop the sleigh from the roof, okay? Go team. This is the loudest snow I've ever heard in my life.
Not too much in your smile.
If I'm going to become Santa, then I need to get into character. It's go time.
Your heart's in the deep.
Now we'll be riding in style.
Autumn decoration, down. You got ads, my size, brown. Hey. Who is this mean fellow with his skin all green and his teeth all yellow?
Oh, I give up. Not on the picture, but copyright. I just realised it's still playing the same song. It's not cut up. So that's another day of copyright that I'm going to have to deal with.
Max?
How can you theme a video?
Grinch. Max, you know the rules. You sleep in your bed, and I sleep in. Max, did you teach him puppy eyes? Fine.
You're a mean one. Mr. Grinch!
in a town just like your town. If your town was a tree,
That's beautiful.
lived the grumpiest grouch.
Oh, sugar plum.
The world has ever seen.
Mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Oh, what's that? And checkmate. Again. What is happening?
The mayor wants Christmas to be 3 times bigger this year.
For 53 years, Christmas has brought me nothing but misery. I know just what to do. I become Santa Claus.
53?
What? I can steal it.
What's Santa have that I don't?
That's hurtful. This perfectly recreates the mating call of the reindeer. The whole. Hey there. Sorry, little goat. I was calling for a rain. Oh.
The Grinch.
This is the loudest snow I've ever heard in my life. Fred! What are you doing? Okay.
You really are a hero. It was totally a catfish. It was something that Mr. Grinch. You're bad, but
Mr. Grinch. Mr. Grinch. You can just tell who made this. Oh, despicable me. We don't have any other song makers, so we got this rapper to sing the song, so we're gonna do, because we'll be bringing it into the 21st century, Grinch, bitch.
How much I don't know about the Grinch. Okay, yes.
I know I'm gonna do great.
Where does the Grinch live?
Ooh.
Mount Crumpet.
What are the names of Cindy Lou's brothers?
I know they both start with a B.
Brad and Brett.
No, one is Bean.
Buster and Bean. That's my kid's name.
How many sizes too small is the Grinch's heart?
2 times too small.
2. Easy.
However many sizes too small his heart, there's a very strong beating heart to this. There's a reason why he is so lost.
That's beautiful.
How would the Grinch handle stress?
Whale sounds. Come on now.
Immersion therapy. Like just throwing himself into the center of Whoville.
Performing some form of martial art, a discipline like jiu-jitsu.
Genius starts with the abs, Max.
Yeah, there we go. Article 13. God, maybe chuck me own. Chuck. I don't know what it's going to hold, guys. I really don't. It could block a lot of people. Some say it's just going to be blocking people from the EU that aren't in the EU, which I'm in England. We've just voted. We're voting. And that stupid Brexit thing's been going on for years now. Well, feels like years anyway. I really don't know what's going to happen. Does worry me a little bit because there's going to be a lot of people that just started like me. Don't really know everything, all the rules, and are going to have to learn them very, very quickly.
Looking for a date.
The date is Friday, July 13th.
No. I want to meet someone.
Understood. You want to eat dim sum.
Don't you get it? I want to go on a date. I'm lonely.
I understand. You want bologna.
Too many eyes. Too few eyes. Not into tentacles.
Dad,
Oh, baby.
you're stressed out from working too hard. You need a vacation from running everyone else's vacation. And I know just how to fix it.
Maybe where are we going? A cruise?
Surprise!
Oh, no.
Dad, come on, there's so much to do. You could go scuba diving.
This is nothing that's nothing to do with the Grinch here.
Okay, Dad, thank you.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's summertime. It is not summertime.
Alpha vertically. I barked in, Abracadabra who? I hate you! Ever be mentioned who? I hate you. Hate, 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 hate. Double hate.
Loathe.
Yes, it's Christmas music. It's joyful and triumphant. I like eating because I'm poor. They want to get to know me, do they? They want to spend a little quality time with the Grinch. I guess I could use a little social interaction. Go to you buy a chapeau.
It's which Christmas cookie would you like? What a false spaghetti.
Somebody. Fabulous!
See, what's Christmas tree?
Vengeance! I mean, I'll tell you, Max, I don't know why I ever leave this place. I've got all the company I need right here. Hello! How are you? How are you? How are you? I asked you first. Oh, that's really mature, saying exactly what I
Maybe we need a timeout.
kids today. So desensitized by movie and television. What do you want? Not for the day. My book.
Now, please, don't ask why. No one quite knows me.
Hey, kids, here's a present for you. You should have run real fast with it. Now, come on, double time. Let's go. Move.
Could be that his head wasn't screwed on just right.
Yes! Help me! I'm bleeding! Yes! This Christmas music! It's joyful and triumphant. Alphabetically. I barked in, Abracadabra who? I hate you! Ever be mentioned who? I hate you.
I hate you, and you. Entirely. loathe entirely.
Oh. That's it, I'm not going. Look, I don't want to make waves. But this whole Christmas season is stupid. Very hollow. 1, 2, Friday. I find quite meaningful. Now, pucker up and kiss it, Whoville! Now for those hoops. Invite me down there on such short notice. Even if I wanted to, my schedule wouldn't allow it.
My schedule would allow. I do apologise again. I have to listen to everything again, guys. It's what's so available to watch. But hopefully you are sort of watching this at the same time, and not so much learning anything this time, just enjoying the picture that I'm drawing. Obviously, we've got most of the picture done now. The Grinch is done, Christmas tree and the presents. The window. I've done. I think I'll put a bit of pencil for the outline of the outside, and we've got Cindy Lou to colour in now, and then the placemat and the general background to be done now.
The holiday classic How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss has been given an animated makeover by the team behind the Despicable Me movies. Yippee-ki-yay, movie lovers, it's Jan here, and today I'm explaining the biggest differences between Illumination's new Grinch movie, the 60s animated TV special, and the live-action film with Jim Carrey. Keep watching to the end for a bonus Grinch Easter egg. And subscribe and leave a comment about the movie for a chance to win some awesome Grinch merchandise. The first big difference that you'll notice between this particular Grinch and previous versions is that the filmmakers have deliberately made him a little more likable and relatable. That's because they felt a very nasty Grinch would be too off-putting in a feature-length festive film, so they sanded down his spiky edges somewhat. Another big change in this version is that the filmmakers delve into why the Grinch became the way he is. In the original book and made-for-TV animation, the Grinch didn't have any real backstory. We just knew he'd hated Christmas for 53 years, likely because his heart was 2 sizes too small. The live-action film, however, did add some background information, with baby Grinch arriving by accident in Whoville, getting adopted by elderly women, falling for a girl at school, and being bullied by his classmates, which made the young Grinch leave town for Mount Crumpet. Like that movie, the new animation returns to the Grinch's youth for answers, though this time his emotional pain stems from a childhood spent in an orphanage where he was basically abandoned during Christmas. By bringing up the Grinch's backstory, the filmmakers wanted to soften our feelings towards him and open up a path for him to heal over the course of the story. Indeed, according to Benedict Cumberbatch, once you understand why Christmas is painful for him, you kind of root for him a little. But what about the new Grinch's appearance? Well, although in his 1957 book he started out black and white with pinky-coloured eyes, thanks to the 1966 animation, green is very much the colour associated with the holiday-hating character. And as you'd expect, just like the live-action movie in 2000, Illumination's animated feature sticks with green, though it does make some changes, giving his teeth a cosmetic makeover and adding pinker lips and green on white eyes, in a change from the pinky red on yellow eyes of the 60s animation and the green on yellow eyes of the live action. This Grinch also looks brighter, softer, better groomed and less creepy than previous versions, which I imagine was done to make him look more appealing. The amazing progress in animation tools and techniques since the early cartoon means there's a real sense of texture to the Grinch's hair in this new film, and the wavy effect in his fur feels like a nod to the character's drawings in the book. As far as the other characters go, the filmmakers have gone for a less zany look that's more human and largely cuter than in previous adaptations, as they wanted the movie to appeal to a broad audience, including people who've never seen the original Dr. Seuss and Chuck Jones artwork. The Grinch's dog Max has been part of his story since the original book, but in this new version, the relationship between Max and the Grinch is much more developed. Max isn't just a pet or substitute reindeer. He's everything to the Grinch, including his best friend, his pretty much constant companion, and his devoted right-hand dog. In fact, Max's incredible loyalty to his green friend is designed to help us see the goodness in the Grinch. Someone else who's been part of the grouchy green character's story from the very beginning is Cindy Lou Who. In the book and TV special, she's just 2 years old, and her only real interaction with the Grinch is when she chances upon him while he's disguised as Santa and asks why he's taking her family's Christmas tree. The new movie, like the Jim Carrey film, ages Cindy Lou up several years and greatly expands her storyline. In the live action, Cindy Lou has more interaction with the Grinch than in this film, though Illumination's movie still gives her an active role, which involves her trying to trap Santa as she wants him to help out her tired, overworked mother. There's also a whole host of new characters introduced in this film. Not content with just having one adorable creature on screen, the new movie adds a reindeer called Fred, who I can absolutely see being a favourite with kids and selling a ton of toys much like Max. Fred appears when the Grinch starts to put together his plot to steal Christmas, and he's not only a nice comic foil to the Grinch's grumpiness, but, as with Max, he also lets us see a different side to the green Christmas thief. Another new animal addition to the story is a wild goat, and although he's not on screen very long, he definitely leaves an impression thanks to his rather distinctive voice, which adds to the film's comedy. Another new face in Whoville is the Grinch's nearest neighbour, Mr. Bricklebaum. He's the happiest Who alive, and considers himself to be the Grinch's best friend, though the Grinch, of course, has an entirely different view of the situation. Bricklebaum, who's voiced by Saturday Night Live star Kenan Thompson, is full of Christmas spirit and just adores covering his house in lights and breaking out his huge selection of Santa and snowman inflatables to celebrate the holidays. Basically, he's another obstacle in the way of the Grinch's isolation, and the Grinch doesn't like it one bit. Also not in the original book or TV special is the Mayor of Whoville. Now, if you know the live-action version, you'll remember there was a mayor in that film, and he was an entirely nasty piece of work. In fact, he was the reason why the Grinch cut himself off from society. However, in Illumination's film, the mayor isn't a baddie. She's a completely different character, and it's a real treat to hear her played by Angela Lansbury. While Cindy Lou's parents aren't mentioned in the book or TV animation, they do make an appearance in the live-action movie, where her father is the town's postmaster and her mother competes to have the best nights in Whoville. In a complete change in the new animation, Cindy Lou's mum Donna is a frazzled, hard-working single parent with 3 children, and she's voiced by Parks and Rec star Rashida Jones. Similar to the live-action father, though, this new animated mother realizes that Christmas is about much more than things. Cindy Lou needs some help to carry out her plan to trap Santa, so she turns to her friends, who are all new additions to the popular story. There's her best friend Rupert, as well as the brains of the outfit Izzy, the laid-back Axel, and the wise-cracking Ozzy. In the book, there's only a handful of houses shown in Whoville, and although the number of colourful Who homes more or less triples in the TV special, it's still a tiny town. In the live-action movie, Whoville got much bigger and more detailed, with a post office, stores, and a school, and there was also an excess of festive lights, ornaments, and presents, as the Whos were more materialistic. Illumination's new film takes things in a different direction.
I've run out of things. What colours to use?
The welcoming nature of the Whos. The new Whoville is a vibrant town full of vivid colours. In fact, it appears so sweet and inviting that it looks like it could be made of gingerbread. By the way, when creating Whoville, the filmmakers made sure they avoided straight lines where possible to keep a similar vibe to Dr. Seuss's work. Story-wise, there are some interesting differences between all the versions of The Grinch's Tale. The only time the Grinch visits Whoville in both the book and the 60s animation is to carry out his plan to steal Christmas. In the live-action film, however, the Grinch visited Whoville several times before trying to steal their big day. First, he went to cause trouble after some Whos disturbed him on Mount Crumpet, and later he returned as holiday cheermeister for the Whos' seasonal celebration. The new animated movie also shows the Grinch descending from his mountain home before his big robbery, but this time it's because he's run out of groceries after stress-eating his way through all the food in his house ahead of Christmas. He later ends up in Whoville again after his plan to launch a huge snowball at the town goes wrong. While all the versions of the story show how much the Grinch hates all the noise of Christmas, the new animated movie ups the stakes as the Grinch is faced with the prospect of the noisiest holiday season ever, as this year Whoville's mayor wants the festivities to be 3 times bigger than usual. Of course, the Grinch really can't stand and the idea of that, which leads him to steal Christmas to stop the noisy madness of it all. I mentioned earlier that Whoville is much bigger in this film, and that means that the Grinch's plan to rob the Whos turns out to be much more challenging than previous adaptations. In fact, this time it's a whole big production, more akin to a huge heist. So expect to see the Grinch get really creative, using a massive range of crazy Rube Goldberg-style contraptions that reminded me a lot of the kind of stuff you see in Aardman's Wallace and Gromit films. Oh, and the Grinch's cave is also full of ridiculous high-tech gadgets and gizmos too. If you're a fan of the songs from the original animation, you'll be pleased to hear the new movie features both Welcome Christmas, which gets a pretty familiar interpretation, and your mean one, Mr. Grinch, which is given a totally different spin. There's also a new song, I'm the Grinch, which plays over the closing credits. Singer-songwriter Pharrell Williams, who provides a lovely and suitably warm narration for the new film, certainly had big shoes to fill, as generations have grown up hearing Boris Karloff lend his inimitable voice to the TV special. As for the new script, it mixes Dr. Seuss's original language with new dialogue and narration, so in addition to many classic lines, you'll also hear new material that aims to reflect the style and spirit of the original. Pharrell's vocal performance in The Grinch is also an Illumination Easter egg, as the singer-songwriter has composed themes and songs, including the Oscar-nominated Happy for the Despicable Me movies. And I'll be talking about lots more Illumination Easter eggs in my Things You Missed in The Grinch video, which you can tap here to watch or click the link at the end or in the video description below. Now, which is your favourite version of The Grinch, and what do you like best about the new movie? Let me know in the comments below, and remember to subscribe for a chance to win one of
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Okay, so I got the wall to do, and pretty much it.
If you enjoyed this, I really
I'm gonna get my pencils. Let's go.
Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Yippee-ki-yay, movie lovers.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Studying with the Open University is quite different.
If your heart swelled 3 sizes watching The Grinch, you'll want to make sure you caught all the amazing details. Yippee-ki-yay, movie lovers, it's Jan here, and today I'm going to reveal 17 cool Easter eggs and references you might have missed in Illumination's new animated movie. Keep watching to the end to find out the Grinch's secret connection to Gru from the Despicable Me movies. And subscribe and leave a comment about the film.
Of course he's got a connection.
The Grinch has a ton of fabulous gadgets and inventions he puts to use in his mission to steal Christmas from Whoville. In one particular tribute to the animated TV special, we see the Grinch employ some springy type of stilts, which enable him to jump with ease from one rooftop to another as he gathers up the Who's presents. The new Grinch movie tips its hat to Dr. Seuss, the author of the original book, in the scene where the Grinch starts making his Santa Claus disguise. Look carefully at the model of the sewing machine, which is Theodore. A shout out to Dr. Seuss's real name, Theodore Geisel. A funny little detail you might have missed is the title of the book that the Grinch tosses at the alarm clock when it wakes him up playing cheery Christmas songs. The book is called Spelunking for Beginners, which is very appropriate for the Grinch, as spelunking refers to the activity or hobby of exploring caves, and the Grinch, of course, lives in a cave on Mount Crumpit. One of the roles that Benedict Cumberbatch, who voices the Grinch, is best known for is Marvel's Doctor Strange. And there's a very cool visual nod to Cumberbatch's Sorcerer Supreme in an atmospheric scene in the new Grinch movie. After the holiday-hating character comes up with his wonderful, awful idea to steal Christmas, we see him walk up the stairs of his cave home and stand in front of a circular window. It's not exactly the same, but the lines across the round window and the circular centre do bring to mind the window of the worlds in Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum. In the original book and animated TV special, as well as stealing all the Who's presents, the Grinch also takes all their food, even the last can of Who hash. And there's a little callback to that in Illumination's new movie, when the Grinch realises he's eaten all the groceries he bought to last him to January, even his emergency stash of Who hash. And when he goes into Whoville to restock, he sweeps a whole load of Who hash cans off the shelf and into his basket. When Cindy Lou first bumps into the Grinch, she's on her way to post a letter to Santa, which is a nice hat tip to how in the live-action movie, Cindy Lou's father was a postmaster and she happened to meet the Grinch for the first time at the town's post office. In the new Grinch movie, Cindy Lou's hairstyle with its 2 braids sticking up with pink bows is a lovely reference to the original book, where Cindy Lou had 2 wiry strands of hair sticking up on her head. And it's also a cool shout out to the 1960s TV special where she wore 2 pink bows in her hair. Something that infuriates the Grinch even more than usual is when he discovers from his nearest neighbour, Mr. Brickleband, that the mayor of Whoville wants Christmas to be 3 times bigger this year. And this is a subtle little nod to how the Grinch's heart will eventually grow 3 sizes by the end of the story. When the Grinch wants to learn all about how to become like Santa for his dastardly plan, he starts flipping through a book called Kringle's Christmas Almanac. The name Kris Kringle, when spelled with a K, is an alternate name for Santa Claus, and you may well have heard that name before if you've ever watched the classic Christmas movie Miracle on 34th Street. When Fred the reindeer, who was originally going to pull the Grinch's sleigh, ends up leaving, the Grinch references the song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Riffing on a line from that famous Christmas tune, the Grinch promotes Max to reindeer duty, saying, "You will guide my sleigh tonight." The single antler that the Grinch places on Max's head is also a little throwback to the same thing that happened in the book, the animated TV special, and the live-action film. This time, though, Max's antler has been enhanced with an extendable arm to grab the swag that the Grinch tosses down to him during the Great Christmas Heist. And as the Grinch orders Max to get to work, there's a funny moment as the little dog pulls at the enormous sleigh, and instead of moving it forward, he just ends up burrowing down into the snow before he finally summons up enough strength to pull himself up and set off. It's an amusing moment which echoes a similar scene in the TV special where the Grinch's sleigh was so laden with everything he'd stolen from Whoville that Max just couldn't get himself up out of the snow and stayed like that pretty much all the way back to Mount Crumpet. A little difference in the new Grinch movie is that in this version, the Grinch steals Christmas from Cindy Lou's house last of all, whereas in all the other versions, her home is the first stop on his Yuletide raid. The new Grinch movie does, however, acknowledge the original order as the meter on the Grinch's sleigh counts down the number of houses he's robbed, and when he gets to Cindy Lou's home, the meter reads number 1. The new movie also has a couple of Easter eggs to another of Dr. Seuss's most famous books, The Cat in the Hat. In The Grinch, the green grump wears a red and white striped scarf when he goes food shopping in Whoville, and he also dons a red and white stripy tie when he visits Cindy Lou's house, and both of these echo the Cat in the Hat's iconic stripy red and white hat. As an Illumination film, The Grinch also has a number of hat tips to previous movies by the animation studio. In Despicable Me 3, we already saw Margot wearing a Grinch on one of her shirts, and the clothing-related connections between the movies continues in this latest film. First up is the stripy dark-coloured scarf that the Grinch wears during his raid on Mr. Brickleband's house.
There's the carpet.
His muffler looks an awful lot like
Oh, good morning,
the Despicable
Nicole.
Me
How are you
movies.
doing?
There's also
Oh, I'm actually nearly finished again. You always try me right at the end. It is 3 o'clock, so I would normally be done by now. But hi, how are you? What do you think?
But their one has blue rather than pink hair like Agnes's. And Cindy Lou's friend Izzy also has a similar toy unicorn by her bed. If you were wondering who narrated the new Grinch movie, well, it's none other than singer-songwriter Pharrell Williams. He's a regular contributor to Illumination's movies and composed numerous themes and songs, including the Oscar-nominated Happy for the Despicable Me movies. Now, did you spot any other cool Easter eggs in the movie, and who was your favourite character? Let me know in the comments below, and remember to subscribe for a chance to win one of these cool Grinch merch packs. Tap left to watch my video with the biggest differences between all the Grinch movies, or tap right for another video you're sure to like. If you enjoyed this, I really appreciate a thumbs up and a share. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Yippee-ki-yay, movie lovers!
Oh, I love a subscribe and a share. Everybody would like one of those, even me. So if you would like to do that, do that. If you don't, just leave me a like if you like the picture. Or you can come over to Instagram, guys. Leave me a message over there because I'll post it over there.
The Grinch. If I could be honest, I don't really see the point of this movie. I mean, we already got an animated Grinch with the 1966 Chuck Jones special, and we already got a Grinch movie with the 2000 Ron Howard film starring Jim Carrey. So how can an animated movie of the Grinch add anything different than what we already have with the other two? It doesn't help either that this is also brought to us by Illumination Entertainment. Look, I like Illumination. It's a good studio that can make some enjoyable films. It's just that the last time they adapted a Dr. Seuss story, it ended up being their worst animated film to date. Then again, some could say that arguing about a new version of this holiday tale is a bit pointless. Like, if we're okay with having literally hundreds of Christmas Carol adaptations, then maybe another Grinch wouldn't hurt our holiday spirits. And who better to retell the tale than the Despicable Me guys, am I right? So now that he's at it again to steal Christmas, is it actually as clever as the marketing in places like New York City and Los Angeles? Or is this movie nothing but noise, 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 noise? Let's find out. The story. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Illumination learned a lot after making the Lorax, since it does feature some similar issues. They're not all the same, though, like there are a few things that have been improved, but for the most part, the story indicates that they're still having a little trouble with adapting books from Dr. Seuss.
You can't adapt it with Dr. Seuss, because Dr. Seuss is... Well, if you've ever read anything about it or seen anything, you know it doesn't follow a path. He has his own idea.
To incorporate a lot of comedy.
The Lorax is one of those films, guys? You've ever seen The Lorax?
Mostly fall flat.
Oh, hey there. Sorry, little goat. I was looking for a ring.
Okay, is it just me, or is it becoming a requirement that today's animated films must have a screaming goat gag? I feel like they're more common than they should be. Anyways, on top of stretching scenes to get to that 90-minute mark like the times when the Grinch is setting up to steal Christmas, there is also an entire pointless subplot that would take a big chunk of the movie. Periodically, the film would stop so that it could take its time with Cindy Lou Who, where she has this big mission to trap Santa Claus in her house so that she can tell him face to face that she wants her mom to be happy. However, this is all meant to set up for the scene when Cindy Lou meets Santa Grinch in her house, thus making everything before feel unnecessary. Seriously, she can just suddenly wake up and go downstairs. We don't need a whole backstory for that. However, even though the execution of the story is highly questionable, it does manage to capture the heart of the Grinch. Oh, wait a minute, I don't mean it like that. I mean like the original story. I'll explain more later, but with this interpretation of the main character and the reason why he hates Christmas, it gives a new perspective on him that would be more emotional, resulting in many touching moments and might even get some audiences a bit teary-eyed. Now, not everything feels poorly done. When it would adapt the memorable scenes from the book, they would be great. So there are times in the story that are worth watching and worth telling in a new way. It's just that audiences would have to go through a lot of junk in order to get a bit of the good stuff.
Ta-da!
The animation.
If you didn't know, guys, ta-da means I'm finished.
Still know that they're about to embark on something that
there we have it.
Pleasing, colorful,
the Grinch.
and fun to watch.
He's a sly one, Mr. Grinch. And it's been a nice sort of change to be able to do something that is a family favourite. Definitely one of my family favourites.
And the way that you could see it everywhere in a large environment like Whoville.
Let's have a quick zoom in, like I normally do.
What stand out the most in the movie?
We'll start from the top, and we'll move my hand there. So we've got the window from the outside, so you can see on the outside. That's not the main part. They got the nice Christmas tree with its jingly bells and things like that. You got the obviously you got the Grinch. Those colours are a lot darker again on screen than they actually are, but I don't think it does take much away from it. And as you go down, you've got more C, obviously a bit more of the Grinch, and Cindy Lou. I think she looks a lot better now I've coloured it in. She did really bad when I first started out. But I'm kind of happy with this picture. Hopefully you guys are too. And we'll leave a like if you do. But don't forget, guys, my name's Blut084, BLUT084, Art and Games, here every day on YouTube, occasionally on Mixer, but every day and night over on Instagram. Same name, different place. But always here, every day. But yeah, hi Nicole, and I'm going to say goodbye, Nicole. Thank you very much for joining again. Leave a like if you have, and don't forget to come over Instagram for full pictures. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, I will be back tomorrow to digitize. That more than likely, the first part of it won't be the digitization won't be. It won't be live streamed. I'll record that, guys. So don't forget to hit that bell so you know when I've uploaded. It will be roughly around the same time as I live stream because I'll get it done in the morning and upload it later on in the afternoon. But keep tuned, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you'll have liked this, and I will see you next time. Some more Grinch and Christmas jubilations.
Well, that depends on who you're talking
My name's
about.
Blue084, BLUT 084, Art and Games.
This would present a more emotionally
Catch you later.
Grinch, one whose